After 135 days in a coma, the scar on his head is all that's left to remind him of the atrocities. 20 years ago, hundreds of thousands from the Tutsi community were killed. John counts himself lucky to have survived. He now lives in a village of more than 100 families, most of whom survived the genocide like him. The genocide did not only take human lives, it destroyed the livelihoods of many families. Victims couldn't return to their villages.
I
never believed anyone after the genocide. I felt some were responsible for the violence. My mindset was against every person whose physical appearance was unpleasant to me. Although that person might be a Tutsi, I could not even accept their car lift or even their bus.
In spite of nearly dying from the injuries inflicted during the genocide, he fell in love and wanted to marry a Hutu girl. This was not, however, an easy venture. When John asked for Jean's hand in marriage, none of the sides was ready to let this happen. Anger and hatred had not yet disappeared.
At the beginning, my family was reluctant. Later on, however, we discussed the issue and finally everything was sorted out. For example, at any time, members of my family come and pay us a visit. We now live in harmony.
On the other hand, Jean was constantly reminded that her husband was from a tribe formerly considered an enemy, but she saw it as an opportunity to speed up reconciliation. The couple has been married for 5.5 years now, with 3 kids.
When he proposed to me, I first thought he wanted to take revenge. My mother convinced me as well that he was up to no good. But he was a Christian, and so was I. I then realized that he meant what he said. I loved him, and he loved me too. My mother was not happy with us, but I made a decision to marry him.
The generation born after the atrocities is being taught a message of unity. The couple's eldest child is 4 years old. John says he wants a different destiny for his children.
I think that my children will benefit from knowing our past. This will develop their will and commitment to build the nation. Whatever I went through, I believe will act as a motivation to them to strive for establishing a fair country.
Despite all the national reconciliation efforts, situations like this are still not common in Rwanda. Mahia Mutwa, CCTV.